Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So a lot of people have been wanting me to talk about the whole Lyfe Jennings and David Banner situation. As of today, Lyfe Jennings has also spoke out. So for those of you guys who don't know, Ricky Smiley decided to put together a town hall meeting. I believe this was down in Texas, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But he decided to do a town hall meeting. He invited Lyfe Jennings, David Banner, Tyrese was there, and I believe a few other people as well. And so all of a sudden this video went viral of David Banner and Lyfe Jennings getting into it about the fight. WSB TV was the one who recorded the video and they posted onto social media. And Tyrese Gibson was the one who basically had to intervene to kind of break these brothers up from arguing. But the mainstream media was spinning it as if they were about to fight. And from what I'm hearing is that basically David Banner was saying that, the people need to arm themselves and we need to, fight back against the police. And Lyfe Jennings, who we all know has done damn near 15 years total in prison, was very much against this. And he's saying, dude, you sound crazy right now. What we're going through is crazy. But, how are we going to be creating more drama by telling these people to go get guns and go against the police? So they start arguing and going back and forth. And, it was a mess. It went viral. And a lot of people had opinions about it. I want you guys to watch the video. I also want you guys to see what Lyfe tweeted and what David Banner tweeted. And then I'm also going to play you guys Lyfe apologizing. He spoke to a radio station today. Go ahead and check this out. And I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
You sound crazy. You sound crazy. Okay, I'm going to tell you. You sound crazy.
That's fine.
Yo, what we going through is crazy, but we ain't going to create more of it by telling these people to bring guns against the police. That's stupid. It's stupid.
Hold on. What y'all not gonna do, hold on.
You with your daughter.
What y'all not gonna do is stand up while my daughter said. That ain't happening.
Hey,
everybody sit down and calm down.
All right, so you guys just saw the tweets, the comments, and things like that. So a lot of folks wanted to know my opinion on this situation. And one of my opinions is this. It's unfortunate, but I don't think the mainstream media should have been there. Because the sad part is, from what I hear, this town hall meeting was over 2 hours. It was very positive. That was literally like a 1-minute fight out of the whole 2 hours. And since then, I've been Googling, and I cannot find an entire video for this entire town hall meeting. So I find it funny that the full video can't be, put on social media, something that was meant to be positive, that a lot of people took a lot of positive things from. But when I Google this situation, all I see is the fight between David Banner and Lyfe Jennings. So the media definitely wants to spin a certain narrative, okay?
Let's put they are doing is, they say, black men, we killed you, what you gonna do about it? Then we start killing your black male children, what are you gonna do about it? Then we jump on your black woman child in Texas, what do you do about it? Then we killed a 4-year-old child by the name of Aiyana Jones in Detroit. Black men, what are you gonna do about it? Every day they are killing our children, and the question that I came here to ask is, what are we willing to do? How far are you willing to go? Basketball players, are you willing to sacrifice that basketball contract? Rappers, are you willing to walk away from that big deal for your children's life? Is the questions we should ask.
David Banner.
So why can't we address that? Because folks know who the problem cops are.
Different. See, the thing is the American government is acting like our lives are one-offs. Like this is different. This has been happening to black people since black people have been being lynched from trees. This is no different than a public lynching. So people remember this. Is this one thing that I want black people to understand? This will not be pretty. There is no...
I'm happy that people are angry about something, because America seems to get angry when dogs die. You know, when they lie and say there's a war on cops, but federal statistics show different. But nobody wants to be angry when a black man dies, when an innocent black child dies, and there's no repercussions. We always talk about the law, but apparently the law doesn't stand for big time businessmen and policemen. So it's not the same. So I personally believe it will not change until there are consequences. Until people feel like either their money is threatened, or their job is threatened, or their children are threatened, or their wives are threatened, or they are threatened, it will never stop. Because America has shown us over and over. Brother, have you noticed that they act like each situation is different, or isolated situation, and any other time something happens?
So the mainstream media should not have been invited. It should have been a closed session, in my personal opinion, okay? Another thing that bothers me is that, you know, it always turns into a coon versus I'm real type conversation. And David Banner is seen as real because he wants to get guns and, you know, he wants to fight against the police. And Lyfe Jennings is being called a coon because basically he's saying, no, I done did time in prison before and I don't want to see none of my black brothers and sisters locked up for doing something erratic. Okay. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if these celebrities speak up or don't speak up, they're going to get backlash because as soon as they say something that folks don't want to hear, they're cooning, you know, and if they don't say anything, they're scared of the white man. So it's almost like it's a no-win situation for these celebrities. And even with David Banner, he's getting a lot of backlash as well. People saying that he's violent, he's fake, he's only trying to be conscious now because his rap career didn't work out and all this stuff that folks are saying. And David Banner's a good dude. I listen to a lot of his lectures and his videos, and he says a lot of, you know, really good things. I have no issues with David Banner, just like I have no issues with Lyfe Jennings. You know, the problem I see is that a lot of people do a lot of talking on social media. A lot of people allow situations to hype them up, but they have absolutely no plan, no strategy, nothing logical, nothing obtainable. You know, it's very easy to scream and call somebody a coon and say that you're scared because you won't take a gun and go, you know, fight the police. But again, okay, so after that person takes a gun and they run towards the police, now what? Did that somehow help black economics? Did that somehow empower black folks economically? No. You know, there has to be a plan and there has to be a strategy. And I just think for me, I'm just tired of all the talking and all the back and forth and people, you know, running their mouth and disrespecting other people and no one really listening to each other. You know, to me, it's just turned into a chest thumping contest as opposed to folks really listening to where each other is coming from. And at the end of the day, people are going to have disagreements, but for the mainstream media to take a 30-second snippet out of a 2-hour conversation to me is disingenuous. And I think that Ricky Smiley, David Banner, and Lyfe Jennings should come together to put out that full 2-hour town hall meeting. I would love to watch it. I would love to see it. I would love to see what actually went down. And even a young woman posted on the Shade Room the entire situation of what happened. And from what she's saying, you know, this was just a 30-second disagreement, you know, and she's basically saying the same thing I'm saying, that this meeting was really positive. And at the end of it, they even hugged it out. You know, they made up right there and then, but the media didn't show that though. The media didn't show two grown black men who disagreed and then decided to, you know, apologize to each other and say, you know what, I have my opinion, you have your opinion, but at the end of the day, we're still brothers. That wasn't shown at all. Just the fight was hyped up. And that's why I say, you know, you can't let the media gas you up or think that you know the entire story off of a 30-second clip.
Lyfe Jennings called into the Ryan Cameron Morning Show, Wanda Smith, this morning to talk about it.
Yeah, you know, some people on the panel was just saying stuff like, you know, sometimes, you know, we need to resort to violence and black people should keep their guns on them and, you know, stuff like that. And look, I just felt like it was really irresponsible. Yeah, I did 15 years in the penitentiary, and I don't want to see any more of my brothers and sisters in the penitentiary or dead. And I don't think it's responsible for people to say stuff that might make one of these young black men get excited and go out here and think they can take on the police by themselves or even with a couple of their little partners or something.
Not mad at that at all, Lyfe Jennings. Once again, he and David Banner shook hands, made amends, and made it happen as grown black men should. So kudos to them on that.
Strong words exchanged between two of the panelists.
Live, local, late breaking. This is the Channel 2 Action News Night Beat. Coverage you can count on.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jovita Moore.
I'm Justin Farmer. No protest tonight after 5 nights in a row of that, but a town hall meant to bring a local community together following recent police violence and protests, and it got heated.
You sound crazy. You sound crazy. Calm down. Whoa.
This exchange of words when two entertainers disagreed over the next step or steps for residents and police in Metro Atlanta. A radio show host moderated this town hall featuring community leaders, and this was one of at least 4 meetings in counties across the Atlanta metro area. Everyone, it seems, looking to open these lines of communication. And Channel 2's Matt Johnson live in DeKalb County getting started tonight. Matt, it's a conversation that surely has a lot of facets and challenges.
Even though the conversation here tonight led to some very tense moments, I talked to a lot of people who left, and they tell me they left feeling like it was a productive evening with a very productive conversation. Hundreds of people showed up for a town hall discussion on race at the House of Hope Church in Decatur that occasionally got heated.
Listen, we gonna be respectful.
Rapper Young Jeezy was one of the panelists at the Strategy for Change discussion who had to keep the peace at one point, while he also gave his opinion on police brutality.
We're getting a chance to really see what these people have been doing to our people since the beginning of the beginning.
Panelists shared a wide variety of opinions on improving the black community following 5 nights of protests in Atlanta.
We have got to figure out a way to get on one accord in our approach.
The white bank's not going to give us a loan. We need to open up more black banks.
We got to hold these judges and these prosecutors accountable.
Rapper David Banner suggested police officers need to face financial or even physical consequences for bad behavior.
That's stupid.
Singer Lyfe Jennings disagreed, and the two had to be separated.
Hey, everybody sit down and calm down.
I'm tired and I'm glad and I'm proud that black people are fired up. They should be.
Local radio host Ricky Smiley hosted the event and said he hopes people who showed up will show up to vote.
We're trying to get people excited about local elections.
In the end, some in law enforcement said it's important for the community to vent, even if they're venting about police.
There are a lot of angry people in the community, and one thing I don't want them doing is repressing those feelings.
Now, it's worth noting that Banner and Jennings both shook hands afterwards, after both sides kind of cooled down. Organizers say they don't want that incident to define this event, and they're going to keep working toward coming up with a very clear plan of action going forward. Live in DeKalb County, Matt Johnson.
And that's what a lot of situations, it's always good to kind of hear what initially happened before and after. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation. Do you agree with Lyfe Jennings and what he's saying that, you know, it's foolish to tell folks to arm themselves and go at the police? Or do you agree with David Banner and what he's saying? And then how do you feel about the mainstream media only putting out the fight, but nobody posting the 2-hour conversation, nobody posting any of the positives that went down with the town hall meeting? You know, they're just focusing on that, you know, small snippet of them disagreeing. And then do you agree with me that the mainstream media should not have been invited because all they did was basically focus on the drama? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.